Sonic and Mario have a ton of GameCube games, but one of them has some dog shit in his list of games. It's the first console that Sonic was on outside of Sega consoles, and you can find out all about that in my most recent video. But enough about that. None of you guys watched that video anyway. You guys voted for it, and here we are. Who has the worst GameCube game? The GameCube felt like a magical box. When I was really little, this is the console generation I started with. I've got some good memories of my own Xbox and playing everyone else's GameCubes. Honest to God, I don't think I've ever held a PS2 controller. Mario has the most titles here, so I'll start with him. As usual, I'm not looking at any games that don't have Mario directly in the title, even if he's in the game. I do this so I'm not here all day looking at Luigi's Mansion or Smash Bros. Also, it should be noted that the GameCube can play Game Boy games if you have a Game Boy player. So theoretically, you could put like Mario Land on the GameCube, but we're not including any of that as a technicality. Mario's whole journey of GameCube games starts with Sunshine. I've talked about this game a ton on my channel, but if you're new here, Mario Sunshine is the second fully 3D Mario platformer, and it gets a lot of shit. I think Mario Sunshine is a fun game. Flood, the water pump on your back that lets you platform like a jetpack, is a really cool idea. And centering the game's platforming around this is one of the more unique things I've seen from Nintendo. Plus, the atmosphere of Delfino Plaza is cool as hell. The problem is that the game turns into a damn cleanup simulator half the time. I think a rework of the story here to still include Flood, but not have it be Viscera cleanup detail featuring Mario would be really nice. I'll stop beating the dead horse here. Mario Sunshine is a solid game, but definitely the worst of his 3D games. Moving on. The next game is Mario Party 4. Now, there are a lot of Mario Party games on the GameCube, so I'll just bring them all together here and rank them. Look at that, a tier list ranking inside of a different video. Wild. And here's the ranking. Starting with the best one, since we finished with the worst one around here, is Mario Party 6. This shit slaps. It has some of the best boards in the franchise. Clockwork Castle is fantastic, and Snowflake Lake should have been in Mario Party Superstars. At least in DLC, man. Come on, how have they not done that? The day-night system is really cool, and we do get to see a bit of that in Mario Party 2 with the board Horrorland. By extension, it's also in Mario Party Superstars. The nighttime has different hazards for you to deal with. Just gives you something else to keep in mind. Next up is Mario Party 7, just a smidgen behind 6. This is only because I like the boards in 6 more. The minigames in 7 are really good, and the 8-player gameplay is absolutely well fucking done. The worst thing about Mario Party 7 is Bowser Time and Party Cruise. It's not the worst thing Mario Party has ever given us, but it's just a hindrance. Like, you know, other shit to worry about like the day and night cycle is really cool. This one is just an annoying thing to think about. Mario Party 4 is next. It's a real solid Mario Party that plays it kinda safe. The minigames are pretty good, not the best in the series, but not bad. The worst thing here is the boards. Now, these aren't the worst boards either. I'm looking at you, Super Mario Party. But they're nothing special either. I think Koopa's Seaside Soiree is pretty cool, but my favorite Mario Party is 8, and also Koopa's Tycoon Town is my favorite map. So, I kinda knew this was coming. Why can't we get that map remade, man? Anyway, last is Mario Party 5, Capsules. Need I say more? Capsules are also in 6 and 7, but they're done so much better there. Here, there's capsules everywhere. It's like walking through a fucking minefield. This makes it really hard to actually plan for the future. Now, capsules have been done well in later games, but in this game, they're literally everywhere. You basically land on one every turn. And honestly, sometimes I forget what they do until I land on them, so it makes it hard to plan. Okay, that's all the Mario parties. 5 is the worst one, and definitely contender for the worst Mario game on the GameCube. Next up is Mario Golf Toadstool Tour. This game is well known for having very realistic golf in a world where Mario sports games are fucking bananas. Pro golfers have recommended this game. There's actually quite a bit of depth to it in how you hit the ball, with their 3-click system. This makes you multitask in timing power and accuracy. In the more recent Super Rush, there's just an automatic version. Which, like, when it comes to driving, I get it. Not everyone is out there driving a manual for the love of the game. Some people just want to get home after a tough day at work. Nobody's out here playing Mario Golf and wanting it easier. They want to be able to test their skills. Also, it's interesting how many different kinds of golf games are on the market. Like, bowling is way more popular among people actually participating, and it doesn't get this much action in video games. Anyway, it's a cult classic that people still use as the de facto way to play golf in a video game. Double Dash is up next, and man, I don't have anything bad to say about this game. Except Baby Park. Fuck this map. Double Dash is Mario Kart with the second person on your cart. This allows you to actively swap between items. There are so many times I wish this was a feature in Mario Kart 8. It makes it feel like you have so much more control over what's going on around you. The maps are great, minus this one, and the items are great. It's a staple if you have a GameCube. I mean, it just feels like a GameCube game. Something about games like this make it feel like a party. More so than Mario Kart Wii, even if I love Mario Kart Wii. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is one of the greatest games of all time. Moving on. Well, to just say a little bit, it's a masterpiece. The world is bright, it's beautiful, and it's really well made. There is so much to do in this game. I should make a whole video on this. But we're here to talk about the worst games, and this is not the place to look for it. Mario Power Tennis is up next. This game is fantastic. I feel like I've said that for literally every game so far, but Mario really did have some fun games on the GameCube. Power Tennis has great character models, graphics for the time, and music. When you think of a Mario sports game, this is what you'll get. I said the same thing for Hoops 3-on-3 in my DS games video, and it's still true here. Special shots for each character, Mario maps that feel true to the series, and the ability to retrieve balls that are out of reach. You can also turn off all the special shit and just have Wii Sports Tennis with Mario characters, but without the motion controls. There's not really much else to say here. It's a really fun game. Speaking of sports, the last two entries are both sports games. Spoiler, they are not being considered for the worst game. I think I've pretty much cemented Mario Party 5 as the worst Mario game in the GameCube, but I'll really quickly talk about these games anyway. Mario Superstar Baseball is one of the weaker Mario sports games, I think. Pitching and batting are only okay, with fielding being pretty lackluster. The camera angle just really fucks it up out there. As for the main two, again, they're fine, but pitching and batting are kind of just boring. The presentation of the game is still there, of course. It is a Mario game, and there's still some cool special throws you can do and all that good shit. But it just doesn't have the same aura that Power Tennis has. Lastly, there's Mario Strikers. This is the best-selling Mario sports game in the GameCube, and for good reason. It's fun. Soccer with special moves translates really well, unlike baseball anyway. The amount you can damage your opponents is stupid too. Like, it's honestly a mixture of soccer and football. Or football and American football, if any Europeans are in the chat today. It's some really fun soccer, and it's very replayable. I couldn't recommend this more. Alright, that's it for Mario. He has one game that I think is mid because of one mechanic. God help Sonic. Also, in editing this video, I realized that I forgot about Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix, which is a fucking shame considering I used it as the image for polls like twice. Dance Dance Revolution Mario Mix is pretty fun. I mean, you know, it's a dancing game. I can't really recommend it that much, but for what it is, it's pretty decent. And if I'm gonna play a dancing game, I'm gonna want Mario there too, let's be honest. It's not being considered here anyway, it's pretty mid, so I'm just gonna keep moving. Real quick, go subscribe. That is an order, not a suggestion. Sonic switched to the GameCube when the Dreamcast died, and he remade his 2 adventure games to make sure those games stay alive. The first Sonic game for the GameCube is Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. This was the first Sonic game I've ever played. I will not allow people to besmirch the good name. I mean, just look at my adventure shelf. There's Hero and Dark mode, speed, mech, and treasure hunting levels, along with the Chow Garden, this being the only Chow Garden with Chow Karate. Not even the original Sonic Adventure 2 for the Dreamcast had this one. Besides a couple of Chow Gardens being worse, this is just a straight up improvement of the original game. Tons of fun to be had here. This is nowhere near the worst Sonic game. Sonic Mega Collection is up next. It's a large collection of older Sonic games with some extras included like art and videos. The only bad thing about this collection is not being Mega Collection Plus, the updated version for Xbox and PS2. That version comes with more games, save states, and a better menu. Still, Mega Collection for the GameCube is a great collection game, much better than the collection games we get these days. There are a lot of games and extras. Next up is Sonic Adventure Director's Cut. Now, I love this game, I have a real good time, but a lot of people claim that this is a worse version of Sonic Adventure. It brings new glitches, new bugs, and people tend to think the models are worse, along with the sound. I've played both games, and while there's certainly some merit to those claims, as far as bugs and glitches go, maybe you guys just gotta get good. I don't know, man. DX also gives you unlockable Game Gear games to make up for the fact that Mega Collection didn't have them, and allows you to unlock Metal Sonic once you get everything. The game isn't perfect, and it definitely is worse in some ways, but I prefer it. I don't know if it's just blind nostalgia or a love for Metal Sonic. Either way, I think it's great. Next up is Sonic Heroes. Now, I grew up with the Xbox version, and I love it, but the GameCube version is apparently the best version of it. I've never actually played the GameCube version, but apparently it's a very stable 60 FPS with the least amount of bugs. FYI, people say to stay away from the PS2 version. The game is a whole lot of fun, and the mechanics and the possibilities of what you can do with them are a lot deeper than what a lot of people seem to think. I've seen my fair share of speedruns for this game, sue me. Though I will say, having to play through the same maps 4 different times to beat the game, all with slightly different changes, is a bit tedious. Is it a contender for worst game because of that? Probably not. Though it feels like every single game I've mentioned so far is just fucking peachy and awesome. The GameCube truly was built different, man. It has a great lineup. I'm gonna go ahead and mention these, but they're not actual games. There's 2 2-pack games for the GameCube, a Sonic Adventure 2-pack and a Sonic Heroes with Super Monkey Ball. I really want to get my hands on that Sonic Adventure 2-pack, but man, how many times can I buy Sonic Adventure 2 in my life? But also, with how much this thing costs, fuck that. Inside is just the 2 games anyway. With that out of the way, we've got Sonic Gems Collection. This was made to go alongside Sonic Mega Collection Plus and has all the games it doesn't have. If you own Mega Collection, Gems Collection, and you get all the other Game Gear games by beating DX, you can effectively have damn near every Sonic game up until this point on the GameCube, especially if you have the Game Boy player. Now, this does have some exceptions. They just never feel like including Sonic Schoolhouse on their collection games. Sonic Gems Collection is great. The big ones they want you to see are Fighters, Sonic R, and Sonic CD. Gems Collection is actually the only way I've ever played Sonic the Fighters. I even used it to play Sonic the Fighters for this channel back in the day. The next one up is Shadow the Hedgehog. It's Shadow the Hedgehog. That's the one. That's the one for the video. I'll tell you what, I've been doing chronological order up until this point, but I think I'm gonna save Shadow the Hedgehog for last. Sonic Riders. I am the greatest Sonic Riders player in the world, and I challenge anyone to come play some online. I grew up with the Xbox version, which is apparently the second worst version of play right in front of the Windows port. God, the world of Sonic games ported to Windows is fucking wild. Anyway, the game is a lot of fun. I made a video talking about it in depth if you want to go check it out, but to wrap it up, Sonic Riders is my favorite Sonic racing game. Tornadoes, hitting the opponent, air management, timing your jumps and tricks, there's so much going on here. The only bad part is the abysmal items in the game. Sonic has been catching up with Mario for items in recent racing games, but this one has some shit, man. Alright, on to Shadow the Hedgehog. Listen, I've criticized this game before, and I've heard people fighting for it. This game feels like an Adventure 3 with the Heroes engine. My biggest complaint is that this game feels so fucking slippery. Like, it genuinely feels like Shadow has no grip under his shoes. I mean, I know he has hover shoes and all, but still, it feels like I'm walking on ice as Crash Bandicoot. The game doesn't take too long to beat, but it does take forever to complete. You have to play through the game over and over and over and over just to get the final ending. And the levels aren't that fun. Don't get me wrong, as much shit as I and many others give Shadow the Hedgehog, it's not the worst game ever. I can never hate on the very existence of a Sonic game using the adventure style, and that goes for Sonic 06 too. But man, I never feel like I want to go back to this slop. Maybe someday I'll play through it once, but I refuse to 100% this game ever again. Little kid me was willing to play through absolute bullshit just to 100% Sonic games. Also, it doesn't help my perception of this game that when we sold my family's dog, Max, I spent my portion of the money on this shitty game. And a lightsaber toy. Can't hate on the lightsaber toy. Okay, with all that being said, these are our combatants. Shadow the Hedgehog and Mario Party 5. Which would you rather play? Is it a fun but sort of annoying party game? Or is it a slippery mess asking you to play through the same levels like 11 times? I'll stick to Mario Party. Thanks. Hope you guys liked the video. I don't know about you guys, but I kinda knew how this was gonna end from a mile away. I need some more topics that aren't so cut and dry. So make sure to give me some ideas in the comments below. Can't wait to see you guys in the next one. See you later.